So this fight's kind of long. My allures are built kind of fast. They don't have much damage on them. I know other people have built theirs a lot better. But I'll show you the masteries and stuff on the champs real quick. Gergo has to go first, and he is literally just built to go first. I took most of my decent gear off of him, and I just wanted them to have just enough accuracy to freeze as few people as possible, and a low enough resistance so he can potentially freeze himself. You can do this with an Exemplar instead, I think, and just shut off the whatever skill it is in your AI that Exemplar uses. I just happened to have Gergo. I took his, he had Eagle Eye on, or whatever the bottom mastery is for accuracy, and I had to take it off to get his accuracy low enough not to freeze my whole team. But he goes first, you shut off his freeze ability, and then theirs goes next, and triggers your Dark Elhain. My Dark Elhain used to be more consistent at like one-shotting the whole team, but I changed the masteries and put War Master on to try and reduce the time on the boss. So I think like maybe added 5% of inconsistency to that transition for the very first part of the boss fight. But overall, I think it reduced the time by like 1.5 minutes, making that change. And then my allures are around 260 speed. They're crit cap, but they don't do a ton of they don't have a lot of crit damage at that speed. I'm sure other people could build them a lot faster, or a lot better to take down the boss faster. I don't know for sure because I don't have one fast enough, but I think if you had a fast enough allure and you had a better turn meter manipulator, like a Lysandra, as long as you still had your freeze champ going first, I think you could probably get away with one allure, really fast allure, a better turn meter champ than Deacon, and either a Herndig or a Cold Heart, assuming Herndig had enough accuracy to help the turn meter with his A3. I think you could get away with that. And I took some gear off. I had to take some gear off the Deacon to slow him down for this. And the other piece of it too, I went through and kind of tried to glyph up some of the resistance as much as I could on like my allures especially, which I didn't have a lot of spots to glyph them up. But I try to do that to make sure, since I'm using an AoE freeze, that he doesn't freeze them. Sometimes they get frozen, sometimes they don't, but if they don't get frozen, the boss typically never gets a turn, whereas in the video that you just saw, the boss got one turn, which wasn't a big deal. But every once in a while, if like all of those fears proc, that can be the cause for a loss. So trying to prevent Fae from even getting that one turn is good. But yeah, that's the count.